What's up guys, it's Masked Up Swede. Right now I'm checking out another UK drill plug video. This one is the deadly divide in Huddersfield. F Block versus Topsides. So F Block is obviously Booter B. That's the only guy from Huddersfield I even know about. So I'm guessing he's gonna be a bit of the focus in this video, man. But yeah, let's see what this one's about, man. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. We're on the way to 2k subs. Let's go.
We have seen the rise of drill music coming out of
And big up UK drill plug again for the video as well.
Huddersfield, with rappers like Booter B making a huge noise in the scene. However, what a lot of drill fans
Yeah, he's the only guy from Huddersfield I've even heard about, man.
are unaware of is the ongoing war in Huddersfield between two street gangs. Huddersfield is even known to have a massive gun crime problem, with news channels labeling
I didn't know that, but hearing Booter B's songs, it makes sense.
it an epidemic, with broad day shootings and stabbings playing out between two gangs, those being F Block and Topsides. F Block is a street gang based in Fartown and parts of Birkby within North Huddersfield, around the HD2 postcode. Fartown is notoriously known as the worst part of Huddersfield, with it even being labeled a war zone by residents living
So it seems like it's a mad place.
there. The F Block gang has been around for nearly 2 decades, with F Block even having traces back to the early 2000s. However, they would only refer to themselves as F Block in recent years, due to them starting to drop music. F Block mainly beef Topsides, Dalton Drillas, and Birkby, which has
I would like to see like how close the neighborhoods are to each other, but
become very deadly in recent years. F Block also has an alliance with Walpole, or Wally, which is another street gang based within Huddersfield. In recent years, we would see F Block blow in the drill scene, with a young rapper named Booter B exploding on the scene. Now Topsides is a gang also based around the HD2 postcode within North Huddersfield. However,
so they're in the same postcode. I'm guessing they're close to each other then.
Topsides is split into 3 different subsets, with the younger generation going by RSK and Up Top nowadays. However, the original generation goes by BBD, which stands for Black Bandana Gang.
So all of these 3 are the same gang, but different, I guess, sets, or whatever you want to call it.
These 3 sets make up the Topsides gang. Topsides is based around Brackenhall, Sheepbridge, Dayton, and Bradley. Whilst Topsides don't have many rappers, the rappers they do have are seriously hard and definitely deserve some recognition. A lot of Topsides rappers don't really drop songs much, with a lot of their music being leaked. Around 2018, Topsides would start beefing Wally or Walpole, which was close with F Block. Topsides would also beef Dalton Drillas around this time. Following this, F Block, Wally, and Dalton would decide to form an alliance. However, this wouldn't last long, and Topsides would declare a full-on war between the gangs. F Block members would start to distance themselves from Dalton members around this time, as they saw them as responsible for starting the war. This meant Wally and F Block would beef Dalton, and also beef Topsides. This then resulted in Dalton being a renegade gang, meaning they have no allies, and beef all of the
That's gotta be mad.
gangs in Huddersfield. Now, stabbings and shootings would play out between Topsides and F Block, with a lot of these shootings playing out in broad daylight. So much so that around the late 2010s, F Block would even start referring to themselves as BDG, or Broad Day Gang, due to them carrying out shootings and stabbings on ops in broad daylight. It would be around 2018 that one of the most notorious incidents would occur between the gangs. Now, Topsides boss named LM and other Topside members would catch a prominent member of F Block named Booter B. They would attempt to shoot at him. However, the gun would allegedly jam, with the Topside members fleeing. Around 30 minutes
So Booter B was lucky, man.
later, F Block would look for retaliation, and a member would spot LM and shoot him in the head on camera. However, the bullet would graze his head, and he would luckily survive.
Oh damn, so he got lucky as well. That's mad, man.
This incident is often referred to in recent Booter B songs.
Gonna give my bill. They tried drill at me and they failed. They knew that's how big was stick. But why? Within 30 minutes, their boss got slapped with a shotgun shell.
Damn. So he's not lying then.
It was me.
It would be around August 2019 that we would start to see F Block members starting to make music. They would drop a rude cypher titled F Block Block Cypher. This included many different F Block members freestyling. They would refer to the shooting of LM multiple times on this song, and would even reference another incident where another opposition member would be stabbed with his girlfriend.
Remember that day in Brax when Nicky got knifed? Man, Tyrone got his girlfriend sliced. Don't try come to my side.
That's Madman.
Drill fans would start to notice F-Block as their bars were seriously rude. The cypher would do good considering this was F-Block's first appearance in the drill scene, and it currently sits on 428,000 views. Following this,
Yeah, I mean, that's decent for being like the first ever. 4 years ago, those numbers would have been pretty good, I guess.
F-Block wouldn't really be consistent with music, with most of the members focusing on the streets, with F-Block alone even making up a lot of the knife and gun crime within Huddersfield, with F-Block even allegedly shooting one of their own members around 2019 due to internal disputes, separating the gang into 2 sub-gangs, which in recent years we have seen popular F-Block member Booter B rap about. It would be around 2020 where Booter B would be
Hold on, what?
popular F-Block member Booter B rap
Shut up my block and let the pagans claim. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
about. It would be around 2020 where Booter B would be jailed, as we wouldn't see any more music following the F-Block cypher. Topsides would also be quiet around this time, however they would still carry out deadly attacks on any rivals, with them also being a big contributor to the gun crime within West Yorkshire.
Possession of weapons crime makes up 1%. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but total number of possession of weapons crime is 287. Yeah, I mean, that's still a lot. I don't know how many people live there, but that's still much.
However, a lot of their members were pretty unknown, as they didn't really rap around this time. However, we would see the beef explode in December 2020. On the 19th of December 2020, Jams, who was an F-Block member, would be taking his mum to work. However, what Jams didn't know was that 3 Birkby gang members would be looking to kill. They had scouted out Jams's house the day before and would be waiting outside his house for him. Jams would be sitting in his car outside of his house waiting for his mum when the Birkby members would spot him. They would fire multiple shots into his car. Jams would be hit numerous times. Police and
That's crazy, man, how far it goes still. Sitting outside his house waiting for it. Crazy, man.
emergency services would be called to the scene. Paramedics would try their best to save Jams. However, sadly, he would be pronounced dead on the scene. A murder
RIP, man.
investigation would be launched following this. Originally, 4 men were arrested for the murder. Police would connect these men to the crime, and later in
They look old, man.
Originally, 4 men were arrested
Not one of them can be under 30, man.
for the murder. Police would connect these men to the crime, and later in 2022, they would all be found guilty and be jailed, with 3 of the 4 men getting a life sentence. Rest in peace, Jams. F-Block would be looking for retaliation following the murder of Jams, and only days later, they would find their retaliation. Only days later, F-Block members would be lurking and looking for ops. They would spot a Birkby member named Tooch standing outside of a mosque and would shoot him multiple times. Tooch would be hit in the head by the oncoming
Outside a mosque as well. Yeah, that's mad.
bullets, with him being killed on the scene and paramedics arriving moments later. However, luckily, Tooch would be revived by the paramedics and would survive the attack. This incident is also often referenced in recent F-Block songs.
Ramba slapped it first. My man's baby mom said yes. So, bro got shot at the mosque.
Only 10 days after the death of Jams on the 29th of December 2020, Booter B, who hadn't dropped any music at all in 2020, would return to the drill scene with a Hood's hottest freestyle. Fans would
Yeah, that one's cold, man. I reacted to that. So go check that out if you haven't.
start noticing that Booter B was talking real grease in his songs, and fans would also start commenting on how hard he sounded on drill beats. Booter B was steadily growing a fan base. 2021 would begin, with the violence in the streets still continuing, and dozens of articles being published surrounding broad day shooting.
Shooting a 12-year-old, yeah. That's way too young, man.
And stabbings
Crazy.
playing out between the gangs. And in August 2021, Booter would return to the drill scene again, after not dropping for 8 months. He would return with a song titled No Point. The music video to this song was even filmed on their op block. In December 2021, Booter would link up with Pac-Man TV and release a hotspot freestyle, which would gain a lot of attention, and currently sits at just under 1 million views.
I think I reacted to all of these songs, man. So if you want to see that, just search it on my channel, man.
However, Booter wasn't done there, and 10 days later on the 16th of December, he would drop a song on Mixtape Madness titled Blanks, where he dissed Topsides, Birkby, and Dalton.
I don't know if I've heard that one, though. Blank.
He would drop a song on Mixtape Madness titled Blanks.
I don't recognize the name. So let me know in the comments if you want to see a reaction to that one as well.
Where he dissed Topsides, Birkby, and Dalton for attempting to shoot him with blanks. 2022 would begin, and we would start to see Topsides rapping again, with a younger generation going by RSK starting to drop songs. In May 2022, two members of RSK named YC and Lurks would drop a song named Risk It Avenue, where they would diss F Block and other rivals. Topsides would be somewhat consistent, with rappers like YC really putting on for RSK around this time. At the start of August 2022, F Block members would spot a Topsides member named Nino outside of a men's club. The F Block members would draw knives and start to attack Nino. One of the F Block members would thrust his knife towards Nino, resulting in his hand being chopped off. Eyewitness.
What? Damn. His hand got chopped off. Yeah, I did not expect that. That's insane, man.
The F Block members would thrust his knife towards Nino, resulting in his hand being chopped off. Eyewitnesses said that his hand was twitching on the floor following the stabbing. The F Block members would...
What the hell? That's gotta be crazy to see as well.
Following this attack, with a 17-year-old boy being arrested shortly after the attack. However, I can't find if this person was charged or not. Booter B would be blowing up around this time, gaining hundreds of new fans every day. However, what no one was expecting was that the next person would be killed due to the beef during this time. On the 15th of August 2022, Javs, who was a Topsides member, would be at a street party on Claremont Road, Moss Side, which was located in Manchester. During the early hours, members of
Manchester. I don't know how far that is from Huddersfield though. I don't know the geography of the UK, man.
Of Wally named JD and Capo would spot Javs, who was standing with friends. The boys standing with Javs would fire off a firearm toward JD and Capo. However, the bullet would miss and hit the floor. Capo and JD would respond with knives and would chase down Javs. Javs would be stabbed 5 times by the pair. JD and Capo would flee the scene following the stabbing, and paramedics and police would be called to the scene. Javs would be rushed to hospital. However, he would die whilst being treated in the hospital.
R.I.P. man.
Murder investigation would be launched following this, with all of the members from both opposing groups going on to be arrested. JD and Capo would also be arrested. They would be charged for the murder of Javs and would be found guilty. JD, who was a Wally member, would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 21 years, and Capo would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 20.
One thing about the UK is that it seems like they do catch a lot of killers, man. When it comes to these gang beefs, like it's a lot of people going to jail.
Years. Rest in peace, Javs. It would be around August 2022 when Booter B would find himself fresh home from jail after previously going to jail in May, 3 months earlier.
Oh, okay, 3 months.
Whilst it's unknown why he went to jail, he does reference being charged with 3 attempted murders, but beating the cases a lot in his songs following this.
You are not the same. Took the AM to trial and never lost the case. I see the look. I got back 3 attempted murders. I shot my mouth, never said one word. I shot man.
Booter B would be released
3 attempted murders is not.
Shortly after the death of Javs, and would drop a song named BNB, or Back and Better, where he would rap about jail and how his fans kept telling him to focus.
Not sure I've heard that either. Back and Better. I don't know.
Named BNB, or Back and Better, where he would rap about jail.
Maybe there's no video to that though. So it makes sense that I haven't heard it.
And how his fans kept telling him to focus on music, which it looked like Booter was ready to do. The violence would continue to play out in the streets, and under a month after the death of Javs, another person would be killed as a result of the rivalry. On the 21st of September 2022, a 15-year-old member of Topsides named YR would be on his way home from school with friends in Huddersfield, when 2 young members of F Block named Slim and Jugga would be waiting to ambush him. They had dressed into black clothes and had prepared face masks. When YR would walk past Slim and Jugga, the 2 F Block members would jump out and stab YR multiple times. Slim and Jugga
30-centimeter blade. Damn, that's big, man.
Would flee the scene following this incident. YR's friends would try and help him. They would call emergency services, who would arrive on the scene moments later. However, despite their best attempts to save YR, he would sadly be pronounced dead 2 hours later in
R.I.P. man.
hospital, meaning yet again, another murder investigation would be launched. The 2 killers, who weren't able to be named due to them being 15 and 17 at the time, would be arrested not long after the murder. They would be found guilty and would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 16 and 18 years each. After the
See, that's the difference though. In Sweden, if you're 15, you get caught for a murder, I think you can get a maximum of 4 years, which is nuts. Because I'm just thinking, if the UK was like that, damn, there would be so much, like, so much killings and stuff. Because people would not care.
Sentencing, their names and faces would actually be released.
I mean, obviously they don't care when they risk getting life. So imagine if they only risked getting 4 years. Yeah, nah, that's...
Of 16 and 18 years each. After the sentencing, their names and faces would actually be released to the public. Rest in peace, YR. My condolences go out to his family. During the rest of 2022, Huddersfield would basically be on fire, with it being normal to see shootings and stabbings happening daily. This much
being normal and happening daily, that's crazy.
Would basically be on fire, with it being normal to see shootings and stabbings happening daily. This much violence in Huddersfield would result in the crime rate soaring to 136%.
What the hell? Compared to the national, it's at 140%. Damn. Violent crime makes up 43%. Damn. Yeah, that's a lot, man.
In comparison to London's crime rate of 87%. Booter B.
So it's not far from double compared to London. Mad one.
He would release 6 different songs following his release in August 2022, which is good consistency, and would result in Booter blowing in 2022, with new and old drill fans all starting to notice him and the Huddersfield drill scene. 2023 would start, with Booter B dropping a UK drill banger, titled Strawberry Daiquiri, which was
Yeah, that one was cold.
seriously hard, and on the 9th of February would drop a song featuring Mastermind. However, only days later, another person would fall victim to the streets. On the 20th of February 2023, a 17-year-old named Harley Brown, nicknamed Drips, was an alleged member of Wally, which was a gang allied with F Block. Anyways, Harley would be standing near a 24-hour shop on Colne Street within Huddersfield and would spot 2 boys who were Dalton gang members. Anyways, the 2 boys aged 16 and 14 would chase Harley onto Maple Street.
16 and 14. Yeah.
Where they would catch up and stab him multiple times. The attackers would flee, and Harley would stagger onto Kings Mill Lane. Harley would be taken to hospital. However, he was sadly pronounced dead in hospital
R.I.P. man.
hours later. Following the attack, a murder investigation would be launched, with the 14-year-old being arrested hours later during the day, and the 16-year-old being arrested 2 days later, on the 22nd of February 2023. Both of the teens would be facing murder charges, with them both pleading not guilty. However, in December 2023, both teens would be found guilty. The younger boy would be given 10 years, and the older boy would be given 14
years. 10 and 14 years. Man.
years. Rest in peace, Harley Brown, or Drips. Harley Brown would move from Deptford in South London to Huddersfield around 2020, as his mum had fears he was being groomed into drug gangs in Deptford. My
Imagine doing that for your kid and then it ends like this. That's sad, man.
Condolences go out to Harley's friends and family. Following this incident, Booter B would drop his first EP, featuring 5 songs. These songs had one feature from fellow F Block member GR, who we have also seen start to make music following this. Booter
I don't think I've heard a song with him.
B wouldn't stop at an EP though, with him dropping a Daily Duppy and a Mad About Bars to end the year. And as 2024 began, he would drop a 16-track album featuring rappers T-Way, Heady One, Still
Yeah, if you want to see the reaction to that one, it's on my channel as well.
Brickin', SL, and We Want Wraiths.
Yeah, that's some big features, man. T-Way, Heady, SBSL, We Want Wraiths. Yeah, cold, man.
Which just shows how well-known Booter B has become in recent years. If you have learned anything from this video, make sure it's to not involve yourself with the road life, as it really only leads to 2 options, those being jail or death, with it just being an endless cycle of violence that will never stop. Rest in peace, everyone.
Definitely, man. And like he said, RIP to everyone in the video. And yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments, man. Don't forget to leave a like, and comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.